Hey, my name is Matias Rengel with Guitar Control, and today you're going to be learning how to master funk guitar rhythms the easy way. So let's get down to it. If you have any questions or comments, leave it down right below, and remember to click on the link in the description to get the tabs. Let's get down to it. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to do for you, I'm going to play this rhythm very slowly. Alright, so there's a couple of few techniques that I am using right here. What I'm going to show you is going to be a very easy way to master funk. It's really, honestly, funk is not something that should be taking months and months to practice, right? Like, for example, shredding and stuff like that, like all those things that take you way longer because you just honestly have to practice it and practice it more, right? So the main thing that I'm going to show you here, the main thing that I'm going to tell you is, if you watch any of my other videos, you might be familiar with this, but move your wrist, okay? Some people tend to do this. Don't do that. Move your wrist. Free it out. Let it go. And if you want, just let go of the pick and just do this for a moment. Let go and do this, right? So you want your wrist to be super flexible. You want to be able to just move on its own. You don't want this. You want this, okay? So that's the first thing. You can do that, right? Cool. Now, the second thing that I want you to do, while you're moving this, I want you to hold the pick strong. It's like a tricky thing, right? Because you got to hold your pick strong, but at the same time, you got to loosen up your wrist. So while you're doing that, now I want you to mute one of the chords. It could be the one that I was just playing, which, by the way, is 10th fret of the 4th string, 9th fret of the 3rd string, and 10th fret of the 2nd string, if you want that. And then with my index, you see I am muting all the other strings. If you've seen any of my other videos, I'm showing this technique. If you haven't, please go ahead and watch all of them. And yeah, so the next thing that I want you to do is just keep moving your wrist and start playing down, up, right? Down, up, down, up, down, up. Now, I want you to focus on not playing the harmonics, see? I want you to focus on getting a super muted and tight rhythm. So for doing this, you're going to have to find the correct position. Right there, see? But when I start playing the 6, you start getting the harmonics, and you don't want that. So yeah, good. Now, the next thing that you're going to be doing, you're going to be only playing the downs. Now, what we're going to do the next one, we're going to play one down, and then the next down, the next drop down, we're going to just leave it muted. So, got it? Cool. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to keep that going and strum down, up, and then the rest is muted. Right? Now what I want you to do, I want you to play down, up, then the strum down is going to be muted, and the next one won't be muted. So now the next thing that I want you to do, I want you to change chords. You're going to grab this one. So you're going to go So now the next thing that I want you to do is to grab any rhythm that you like in guitar that is using chords like this, and I want you to hear to the chords and basically sing them. So if you're singing, if you listen to something like this, for example, so sing it right there. I will be like dun 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 dun. I am not really singing the muted notes because it makes no sense, right? I wouldn't be like dun dun. I want you to sing the not muted chords. Dun 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 dun, right? Dun 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 dun. So how do you play this? Keep going 16 and now start singing that and play whenever you sing. So I want you to do that with most of the rhythms that you come up with in funk. Now, the next thing that I'm going to show you is going to be, this is super useful, especially today in modern electronic retro music, right? I was playing it at the beginning. I was like... Now, this is super useful. These are muted single notes. The way that we do this, it's a little bit different than when you're muting a chord like to playing like super strummy, right? Like it's super different because for that one you're pressing a lot here, and it's also different than just muting a note. Like, so what you're gonna do, you're gonna press with this part of your hand here, and you're gonna almost leave it. You're almost gonna leave it unmuted. So it's gonna be like you mute it right there. It's very muted, right? And then you start moving your right hand towards the bridge a little bit more until it sounds like right there, see? Now the next thing is gonna be your pick. I personally, I don't know how you're using your pick, but I tend to pick like this sometimes. A little bit of a diagonal. For this, you wanna hold your pick parallel to the string, as parallel as possible, and you wanna go like that, see? I don't want this. I don't want this. I want this. Now. Now the key here is to press on the bridge a lot. And I'm just playing this, but you can play with two notes. Now, you could also do muted notes, but it's a little bit too much for me, and I usually just go like. In my experience, when you're recording single muted notes, it's better if you don't go like this. So yeah, that's one of the techniques that you should have, right? And now combining both the single notes with chords is going to give you an awesome funky rhythm. So for example, right, we're going like, we were doing something like dun 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 dun. See? Dun, 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 dun. So what I would tell you is practice something super simple. Grab a super simple chord and add a very simple line right after it, right? So it's like so something like that. Super simple. And there you have it. It is as simple as that. There is no complicated things. Most of the funk rhythms that you will be learning are 16th based and 16 note based, and just moving your wrist is going to be the key factor here to improving with your funk technique. So that is all for today. If you have any questions or comments, leave it down right below, and remember to click on the link in the description to get the tab. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for daily guitar lessons. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, where are you going? I got more videos right here, and please click on this button because you should definitely subscribe to our channels for daily guitar lessons.